Don't. There we
That's
go.
not gonna work.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, you want me to look
Nice.
at the camera?
This is Sea Shepherd France coming here, but we are expanding our campaigns beyond the French borders, and those are European and even international issues. All the matters that we are tackling concern everyone, and I think it's really important to bring those issues at the European level. We came here at the European Parliament mainly to defend the case of the pirate whales in the Faroe Islands. We are basically planting seeds here and giving them a context on the situation and see what can be done.
On Paul, I don't know who wants to answer, but I know that...
In 2026, marine mammals are still being targeted and slaughtered in a country that is receiving subsidizes from European Union. Sea Shepherd France has historical campaigns going on that we work on directly with Paul. Well, Paul is involved in everything we do anyway, but when it comes to the Grindadráp, for example, this is a campaign that Paul has started back in the 80s and that we keep intervening against, and this is one of the reasons why we are here. The campaign in the Faroe Islands is very a difficult one. Denmark, basically who's ruling the seas in the Faroe Islands, deploys their military vessels against us to prevent us from saving pilot whales from being slaughtered. As a reminder, pilot whales are strictly protected in European waters, and yet Denmark is using their navy to stop us from enforcing that law, and that in itself is scandalous.
Why are people who are enjoying the benefits of EU membership being allowed to break European Union law and also to receive subsidies from the EU? They're blatantly breaking the laws of the EU. And the second thing is, why is Denmark and the EU allowing children in the Faroe Islands to eat pilot whale and dolphin meat, which is heavily contaminated with methyl mercury and heavy metals? And Denmark's very, very strict on toxins in beef or pork or chicken, but they seem to ignore the fact that this is a poisonous substance. And the children of the Faroe Islands have the highest levels of methyl mercury in their bodies of any group of people on the planet. And another form of child abuse is they force young children to participate. They go in there, they poke their eyeballs out, they knock their teeth out and everything. I mean, this is desensitizing these children to accept this kind of violence as normal. And that should be really opposed by the EU.
Children don't participate in the killing itself, but they are put in front of the dead corpses, and you can see children playing with the fetus being taken off away from the mother's womb, and playing with the eyes and jumping on the corpses. I mean, this is exactly desensitizing them since the very young age, and that's the reason why they absolutely want the kids to keep witnessing that. And this is a huge psychological violence imposed on children. So we are going back there. Even though we cannot have the ships, we document, we do live streams of the killings to show to the public opinion in Europe what is happening.
Il respire encore, putain, il bouge encore. Regardez comme il respire complètement ouvert. Mon Dieu, mon Dieu, mon Dieu, mais quelle catastrophe. Non mais sérieux. Kill him, it's still alive!
We do believe that EU should condition the subsidizes that they give to the Faroe Islands to the fact that they stop that slaughter. It has no place anymore nowadays, and the least we can do is to make it a condition that they stop that before they get help from the public EU public money. I'm 100% certain that if the public opinion in Denmark knew what the Danish government is doing in the Faroe Islands regarding the killing of pilot whales, they would be furious. And I'm hoping that Europe will stand up against that. So we try to raise awareness among the EU deputies and see what economic leverage European Union can put on the Faroe Islands to help stop the slaughter and also raise public awareness. So that was one of the topics. And the other topic is the huge responsibility that we do have in Europe towards captive dolphins. The main topic we want to discuss is about the issue of captivity, the captive dolphins in Europe. As you may have followed the situation where in France we have a law that passed in 2021 that bans captivity for commercial purposes and reproduction. There is a collapse of delphinariums in Europe. A lot of them are shutting down, and we have a situation where we have many dozens of dolphins in EU that are going to need a place where to go, and EU has a huge responsibility in finding places, decent places for those animals.
The reason we're having to find homes for dolphins and orcas is that the public is no longer supporting these things. This is the 21st century. We have educational abilities with 3D and films and documentaries and everything. We don't need to have people watch animals do unnatural tricks. I think the public has seen through that. They no longer want part of it. And because these companies are suffering with their ticket sales, they're trying to find ways to get out of it. Marineland in Canada, they went bankrupt. Now they're trying to find where to put the beluga whales. They're talking about killing them, just euthanizing them.
I'm a trainee. I'm working with flood. I'm mostly focusing on the ocean observation part.
The situation is going really bad, and we have no solution for those animals. And we do want to anticipate not only what's going on in France, but also what's happening at the European level, because there are several delphinariums that are closing down. The conditions are getting worse and worse. We know that there is a delphinarium in Sweden, for example, that is closed, with dolphins that are being kept there with no solution whatsoever. There's a delphinarium in Belgium as well that is gonna close soon. So we want to anticipate the dozens of dolphins in European Union that are gonna be found like on the sidewalk. We are defending the building of a task force that would be in charge of identifying places in EU waters to build up big sea pens that would be so-called sanctuaries for those animals. We have 180,000 kilometers of shoreline in Europe and in EU. So for sure we can find those places that we need to build for those animals. And I think those sanctuaries are the future for all those animals. We do own those animals that have been exploited for many years to have a better future and a life worth living. I'm hoping that the people that we've met want also to find solutions. I guess it's satisfying for everyone if we can work on making this world a better place. Now we have to build together a common strategy and make it happen. But the future will tell.